So I thought it would be kind of fun to start doing a daily video log, like a video blog of what I do in the studio. Not everything, but some folks always ask what it's like. And although my day is probably different than most production potters, and it's very different than my day used to be when I was a production potter, I still do a lot of pottery. So what are we doing right now? Well, we just started a glaze fire, and these are the pieces. It's not hot enough to hurt it, so I can open it. These are the pieces that we did in this week's Primetime class. So that's the strawberry tray. And then in there is also the lace stained plate we did with the Mako stroke and coats. And the other thing I'm working on, and this is like real life studio. Like when the studio is in working process, there's a lot happening. Look at my work table, right? This is real life. Like it's messy. Life is messy. We've got some mugs in here that I trimmed and waxed, and I have to carve. So here's some porcelain mugs. So I made those this week. I believe there's 7 mugs and 1 vase. So they're all in there. I'm about to carve them. Hopefully I'll get a couple carved today. Got a bowl drying. This is the one we made in our live demonstration. There's my wax that I waxed the mugs with. I gotta put that away. So that's drying. It's got its weight bag in it, so that's hanging out. Over here, been doing some tests. We got a new design that I did. This is the hibiscus. So I'm about to test these. Made a mug with the plant baby rolling pin. Actually, no, this is with the fancy plants 7-inch rolling pin. And then I have a little dish I did with the same 7-inch, I believe it was with the 7-inch, maybe with the 12-inch fancy plants. I can't quite remember. There's a lot happening over this way. What else is going? So here's the filming area. So I don't work over here very much except during the live broadcasts, but we have the launch coming up. By the time I put this out, the launch will have happened of our rim templates. We're starting with 5 shapes, so they're all right there, and some examples of finished pieces. So that'll be marigold, Marrakesh, cloud, Avalon, and holiday lace. So those are gonna come out on Friday. I've got more rim templates you can see right here, ready to go. Got a vest, got an apron I gotta put on. My water that I have to lug back and forth because I don't have running water here in the studio. I got a bunch of pots to glaze, although I will not glaze them all before open studio weekend, but some will get done. So that's just today's and a few days of what's going on in the studio. But I thought I would try to do every day or so a quick little video, kind of updating everybody on what's happening and what I've got going in the studio. So I've got some clay I rolled out. It's over here, believe it or not. Right in here is some clay. So I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna test out this new pattern, and if it looks good, which it probably will, but if it looks good, we'll go into full production on this new design. And then I will announce it probably Monday morning on Good Morning ClayShare, and then we'll start taking orders for these hibiscus patterns. All right, so a little bit of what's happening today in the studio. I'll see how this vlogging goes. It might be boring, it might be great. I don't know. You know, we'll see. All right, so I thought I'd share a little bit today in the studio, since I'm gonna be doing a weekly video blog for everybody to see. Testing out a new design, that's the hibiscus. And this is the 7-inch. I'm gonna modify it a little bit. So what you see here is not exactly the finished, it's close. I'm gonna make the flowers a teeny tiny bit smaller to match the 12-inch. So there's the 12-inch hibiscus. I think it looks spectacular. So I'm just gonna do a little adjustment. There's the plant baby rolling pin. And then I just signed the bottom of this bowl. So that's gonna now, that's with the peony rim template. So I'm gonna put it back on this bat, and we're just gonna let that dry with a weight bag in it. This is how I keep all of my pots from warping, is I use weight bags. So this is still a little soft. I just flipped it out of the form. I'm not gonna put a weight bag in it yet, I'm gonna let it stiffen up a little more, and then I'll put a weight bag in it. But everything here is going to get covered with plastic. This right here, because there's not a foot ring on it, see how it's a flat? I will weigh that down, and I could do that now and not worry about it, but this has a foot ring. See? And if you weigh it down when it's too wet, what will happen is it'll sag, and then you'll end up with some trouble. And you don't want saggy pots. I mean, come on, right? Nobody wants saggy pots in life. So that's what happening over there. And what's happening over here, I got some more tests. The mini hibiscus roller, those were the tests for that. I was doing a photo shoot earlier this morning with the rim templates to get those together. So those are up for sale. And I was working on the peony one. I got a new camera and I did an unboxing of that. I got this little guy. This is the Insta360 Go 3 camera. It's a tiny, mighty action cam. And it seriously is. Look how tiny. So tiny. But what's really cool is it has this little thing here that you can wear around your neck, and the camera will attach to it, and you can film with the camera on you. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna try it out. We'll see how that goes. But that was just a fun, yeah, look, there's, let's see if I can get the focus to like me. There you go. There's a person wearing it on their shirt. I mean, looks a little silly, but I'm all for it. You can put on your hat too. Anyhow, I got that came today. So photo shoot was happening, taking notes about some other stuff, and the strawberry bowl we did in this week's Primetime. All right, over to the kiln. Let's go over to the kiln. So I did a firing, and this was the strawberry tray we did on Wednesday's class. It's at 175. It's a little too hot, but let's just look and make sure it didn't break. Oh, 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 oh. I did a yellow background on it. I'm not sure how I feel about it. All right, we'll let that cool a bit more. It's still a little too hot. Can't really get up into that right now, but we'll wait a sec. And I've got some glazing to do and everything. So that's today's little entry into the video blog. I am keeping some plants alive. For all of you who know that I kill plants, look, I got grow lights happening, and I got some succulents to inspire me for new patterns. And I got this plant here, which is kind of living. I think it's okay. I think it's doing okay. I've had it since March. Anthurium. Yeah, I just liked the way it looked, and I bought it at a flower show, and I haven't killed it yet, so yay me. All right, I'll probably do one more little clip to edit together, and we'll see how this goes, doing a video blog of the Pottery Studio. Well, I just wanted to continue on with the blog that I started. This is probably the third or fourth video I filmed this week for the blog, and it'll be the last one because it's Sunday, and I figured that's how I'll do it, is I'll film a little bit each day or so, and I'll share what I've been working on. So here are the mugs I showed the other day. They're now carved. They're trying to dry. I have 6 days till Open Studio weekend. If I can get these in, oh, they're still so wet. If I can get them in the bisque by Tuesday, I can have them for Open Studio weekend. So fingers crossed, we'll see what happens. Finished up those plates and platters that I was sharing with you. I don't know if they were done. I can't remember. It's been a busy week. But that's the new hibiscus pattern that we're going to be putting out. Probably by the time this blog comes out, by the time this video comes out, you'll get to see them. But there's a big tray and some littles, and that's the peony rim template. So isn't that? So we'll be putting that out this week too. Trimmed stuff this week, didn't throw stuff this week. Little mess over at the filming table because I was painting a mug for my daughter's birthday, and it took me 3 hours to do the surface design, but this is the leftovers. I've actually cleaned it up. And I gotta get everything ready for tomorrow morning for Good Morning ClayShare. Getting ready for Open Studio, so the studio's trashed because I got stuff everywhere, but I will be picking it up. I will be cleaning it this week, I have to. The other thing I wanna share, Oh, I didn't show the lace plate, did I? The strawberry tray is done. There it is. Turned out spectacular. That's from Wednesday's class. That's the mug I painted for my daughter. You can't see under there what the design is, but I will share it. That took 3 hours. Just pause for a moment to reflect on 3 hours. This week's primetime class, look what we're making. I have had these done since December. Oh my gosh, maybe even sooner. I've been trying to get these out for you guys as a class, and they're going in the kiln today. 2 of them, this one and this one. They're curios, little wall shelves. This one will glaze during the class, but that's going to be really fun. So if you've been waiting to make shelves or curios, wait no longer, because we're going to do it on Wednesday. So this probably won't come out till after that, because I don't want to give that away. Oh, I want to show one other plate too. Yeah, let's go over here and let's see this. I'm gonna scooch in here. Look, the lace plate we did in Live at 5, there it is. It looks so good. I got glaze all over my hands because I've been glazing. It turned out better than I had hoped. It's beautiful. That's the Himalayan blue poppy over teal next time in moody blues. Stroke and coat, thinned down. But the Himalayan blue poppy did a great job toning those colors down, because both the teal next time and the Himalayan blue poppy are really intense. I mean, teal next time and moody blue are really intense. So the Himalayan blue poppy kind of took it down a bit. Okay, so yeah, so week 1, that's just a week of what happens here in the studio. I got a bunch of stuff to do to get ready for Open Studio weekend. This next week, you'll probably, the next installment of the blog will be a lot of Open Studio stuff. Pieces for Open Studio and possibly some of Open Studio weekend. I'll see if I can film that. And that's the little dish we made the same night we did the tray. So strawberry little hex dish that we did when we did that. Okay, I'll leave you with this because I'm just loving the way the cenote glaze looks before it's fired. It's gonna look even better once it's fired, but that's really nice. All right, so here it is, signing off for week 1, very first weekly blog installment. We'll see how this goes. Bye, everybody.